And we know out there you're probably dreaming of a cool night's sleep. Well, these warm temperatures in the evenings and overnight may be causing you to toss and turn, especially during that evening. And with tips on how to beat the heat and get some sleep, we are joined by Andrew Holmes, who's the founder of Sleep Efficiency. Andrew, always a pleasure to see you. Now, when we're talking about heat and sleep, people are really being affected. And I mean, is this something that you see quite often?
Yeah, it's kind of a timely piece today. We're right in the middle of a heat advisory. So what we're doing is putting together a couple of sleep tips to help people get through the night, really applicable to those without the fortunate the ability to have air conditioning in the house.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, does that make a big difference without having it?
Of course, that's a simple switch that you flip and obviously the problem solved. So the tips that we put together for those that don't have that ability to put that on, and some of them may be obvious and some of them may be not so obvious.
Okay, and we start with getting the right pillow.
Yeah, so the head is actually one of the hottest parts of the body, so it's really crucial to keep the head cool at night. Traditional pillows, conventional type pillows, have our head kind of sink in, and that's great in the winter months. You're nice and cozy, nestled in. But in these heat waves, what you want to do and what we want to suggest is getting a smaller pillow, maybe a firmer pillow, and allowing some air circulation to take place, allowing the head to breathe a little bit. Also, having cotton pillowcase would be key. You want maximum breathability, if you will.
Okay, and the next tip is keep your shades down. That keeps things cooler, doesn't it?
It does, it does. I mean, other times of the year you want to crack open the windows, let the sunlight in, this type of stuff. But shades down at this time of the year, the window panes can actually act like a magnifying glass. Oh. So if we keep them down all the way through, we're not going to create any more heat. It's already hot enough inside. We don't want that escalating due to the sunlight coming in.
Okay, and the third point is watch what you eat. Because some foods can definitely heat the body up.
For sure. So what we're talking about here are larger meals and what type of foods we're actually eating. So we want to avoid the larger meals, getting down to some smaller ones and maybe eating more often. And also staying away from heavy proteins, maybe staying away from those meat fests, cheeseburgers and steaks. Okay. What that does is it creates metabolic heat, and it's harder for your body to break them down. So going raw, staying with vegetables, salads, fruits, and things like that, easy for your body to metabolize. And also, if you're not cooking at home, you don't have an oven that's pumping out 400 degrees, creating external heat. So you go raw fruits and vegetables, your body can really break that down easier and keeping your body's internal temperature a little bit cooler.
Okay, and I know a few people around here, and as far as the studio, they talked about how they've been a location is always huge when it comes to remaining cool at night.
Right, took that from like a real estate thing, but tonight and for the rest of the heat wave that we're in, maybe going to some lower levels if you have the ability to do so. If you're in a high-rise apartment, maybe staying with a friend. Obviously, heat rises. Yeah. What some people have actually done as well is get a hammock. People have gone out and it allows like air circulation in and around the hammock. Mattresses can sometimes absorb the heat. Probably people aren't going to go out and buy one, but again, if you can stay lower and get off the bed, it might help out a little bit. Okay, and what did you mean by being a loner? What does that mean? Well, everybody likes to snuggle up with their significant other. This time of the year, 2 bodies in the bed, twice the amount of heat being generated. So, you know, for this extended time frame through till Friday, I think we finally get a break. Maybe separating at nighttime. You're going to be a lot more pleasant with each other if you've got a decent night's sleep. So separate and reduce the temperature in the room.
You're definitely right about that. And you know what? I love this one, the cold shower.
Right. Our body naturally decreases in temperature when we go to sleep at night. It drops a couple of degrees. So a cold shower, kind of simple concept here. You go in maybe 15, 20 minutes before bed. What you're going to do is lower your body's core temperature and already be in that state to allow yourself to transition into sleep a lot easier and getting to sleep a lot faster.
Well, Andrew, these are some magnificent tips as far as for people who are trying to get a much cooler sleep at night. Definitely for those who don't have an AC, you definitely want to follow these tips, and you can go to our website, ctvaudiblemorning.ca. We'll definitely have these tips listed, a link where you can go to and read up on this, and make sure you're getting a much more efficient sleep at night. Great to see you as always.